Hey guys, it's Babypowder and it's Sunday, which means it's time for another one of our mailbox cleanouts for our 200 run series, which is actually now over. We just finished our last farm, and this is actually the week where we added the loot from that final farm, which was Halls of Lightning. So we'll be looking to see if we actually sold any of those items this week. But yeah, of course, we'll be looking to see what else we sold. We will actually continue to keep the cleanouts going for right now, although I am taking about a month off from the 200 run series before I start the second one, because the second one I want to prep. I'm actually working on building 2 new druids to replace the old ones. They're going to be Zandalari, which are a little bit faster, just so we can get these runs done a little bit faster, because this one's all about pushing to get as many items up on the auction house at the end of the week, other than, rather than just, adding one set of loot from one farm each week and seeing how the sales kind of grow. We're actually racing to 10 million this time. I am also going to revamp this list off of our experience with this first 200 run series to, make it, better as far as hopefully, going and making more gold faster or really just stocking up faster. So, recalling, what we got from each farm, Somewhat probably not going to be second, although, I mean, it was great. We did actually get the most amount of patterns out of there. It still didn't help fill the auction house, quickly. And that's what we're going to aim to do, is fill the auction house faster, to get more sales, faster, and make 10 million faster, right? So anyway, though, before we get into the review, guys, just like to mention, if you guys are enjoying these clean out videos, make sure you smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Like I mentioned, we will not have the loot video on Monday because we haven't actually done another farm for the 200 run series. We're going to be transitioning into the part 2, although I am working on a run for the 1000 run series, so that might be another reason to be subscribed so you don't miss that video. And actually, it is Sunwell's one we're working on. We're at like 250 runs right now, so still got a little ways to go, but hopefully we'll have that one out soon. At the same time, I've been leveling up. I leveled up 1 druid so far. I've got it ready, getting it ready. I'm getting the speed stuff for it now, and then I'll be leveling the other one soon. But anyway, guys, on to the review and the clean out. Getting sidetracked here. So last week we made only 166,000, not the goal of 200,000 like we like to make each week. And this week, actually, I have to admit, because I have been working on other things, there was like a day I didn't even post, and I've been kind of slacking on posting this week, but hopefully we'll still have some pretty good sales this week. We have had, weeks we've missed days of posting, before, and they've actually turned out pretty good. So we'll see how it goes. But anyway, that does now bring us up to 13,720,000 for 46 weeks. We'll have to see how much we can increase that by for week 47 here. We are again doing this between 2 different realms. That's Proudmoore and Thrall. Proudmoore is majority of my stuff that I get on my Alliance Druid goes to Proudmoore, although with part 2 it's going to be 2 Horde Druids, because we're going to actually have both of them be Zandalari for the increased speed. So but still, they're on the same realm, so I'll be able to figure out what loot goes where. And then Thrall, that's our other realm. That's where all the loot goes from our Horde Druid. And right now, actually, Thrall has made us the most, which is really amazing, seeing that Proudmoore has been the lead for the majority of this series, and coming up to the end here, it looks like Thrall may actually make us the most, but that could change this week. And we are going to continue to post our items, which will prove the whole point where I say that transmog's kind of like passive gold. That's why I enjoy it being a slow seller, because you can even take time off, which this will demonstrate it during the time that we're not farming and putting more loot in here, and actually still possibly making sales, that you can still make gold off transmog well after you've stopped farming it. You just have to be able to get on and post it, of course, because you have to put it on the auction house to get sales. But anyway, majority of our gold is made with transmog. We've made so far 12,716,000 with transmog. Of course, that's what we're aiming for. So, most of it's dungeon farms and things, so that's mostly what you get. Material gold, though, has helped out a little bit. We have at least made 1 million gold with materials alone. Biggest material farm we actually got was when we did Stratholme with those righteous orbs. We made a lot of gold off of that. But anyway, guys, I think that is going to wrap up our review here. Again, we are just aiming for 200,000 or, you know, at least beating what we made last week, but mostly we like to hit at least 200,000. So first up, we're going to start off with our low value transmog bank tune for Proudmoore, and then we'll do the high value bank tune, and then we'll do the materials, and then we'll switch over and do the same rotation with Thrall. So first bank alt is our low value bank tune for Proudmoore. This is anything that is usually over 5,000 in value, but only up to about 20,000 in value. 20,000 it gets shifted over to high value. Although I do keep some things under that 5,000. If it's not too far under and it's got a high sell rate, I usually do still try to post it. So anyway, this is what we got. 21 sales, 26,971. Definitely not our best, but not bad, as we're at least over that 1,000 gold per average per sale. Seeing that we've got 21 sales and over 26,000, almost 27,000 actually. Let's see if we got any standouts here. We got a vital tunic for 1,400. We got a brutal ballista for almost 1,700. That actually did come from Halls of Lightning. Actually, I think I meant to switch that. That was probably sold from my overinflated items, and I meant to switch that and try to sell it as normal. That's okay though. I mean, I know with the look that I've seen these things, there's multiple items that look like this, so I still think it was probably overinflated. Spirewind Feather sold for 2,600. Native bands sold for 2,200. We've got the unyielding chests here for almost 5,000. And then we've got the boots of the Terrestrial Guardian for 1,800. We've got an Ironwood tree branch here for 3,700. And then pattern for the robe of the Archmage, almost 2,000 actually. Not bad. We've been for a lot less than that. I know it's only 1,900 and things are supposed to be at least valued 5,000, but typically you usually see things sell for a lot less than their value, especially with the low value stuff. But yeah, other than that, I don't really see anything from our Halls of Lightning farm other than the brutal ballista here. So we'll just have to see if we got anything on our high value bank tune, but still not bad. 26,971 getting us started off here. Let's go ahead and get that added to our sheet. 6,971. All right, and we'll clean that out and we'll head over to high value. All right, guys, so here we are now on our high value bank tune, where we look to see if we have any exciting sales, and really it's kind of let us down here recently, so hopefully this week will be a little bit different. Let's take a look. We have 8 sales, 73,068 gold, so better than the previous weeks, but still not the greatest with 8 sales. Let's see what we got though. We've got Belt of Redeemed Fate, 16,500 gold. Actually not bad on this one though. This is actually pretty good. This is actually one of those cat items. We must have got it from doing the Blackrock Caverns. It's a blue belt. And yeah, with it being one of the blue items, but with the armor pieces, those were kind of lower than the actual weapons. This is like right above 20,000, so that's more than half its value. So that's actually a pretty good sell. Like I mentioned with these high pop realms, if you can get at least half the value, I feel like it's a really good sell. And then recipe for Thistle Tea, still selling those Thistle Teas, man. 9,500. The Shoveler, ooh, only 1,800. It is a really low one though, from Alderman. Freezing Band, only 712 gold. That's a ring. So I have actually sold these though in the past for like 20,000-30,000 gold. But it is a ring. Ritual Head Cleaver, still selling those pieces from the Isle of Thunder. So now actually we'll like to see more value, but 9,600 for that one. I did actually sell the epic sword that we got from it wasn't even that valuable, so I mean it's not too bad. Still like 10,000 would have been a little bit nicer. But the Vol's Sword of Jin, that's the epic sword we actually got from Halls of Lightning, so pretty nice there. We got one of those to actually sell. Another Thistle Tea pattern, almost 9,500. And then Saltstone Lace, ooh, only 18,000 gold. Really would have liked to at least seen like 50,000 with this one, but yeah, gotta take what we can get. Sales are kind of low. Things were kind of at these values a while back. it seemed like everything went up, and now it looks like everything's going back down to around where it was selling before. But anyway, 73,000, still better than what we seen in our previous weeks here recently. So we'll take it. And up there. All right. So we're right at 100,000, means as long as Thrall can make us at least 100,000, we should be good. But we still have one more on Proudmoore. Let's go ahead and check out our materials and see if we got anything there. All right, guys, so onto our materials. We normally don't expect too much out of these, but actually this week might be pretty good because we actually got a lot of the eternal, different Eternals from doing Halls of Lightning, and we also got like the relics of Oldalar or whatever. So let's see what we got here. So we got 7 cells, 12,000, almost 13,000 gold. So yeah, really not bad compared to some of the other weeks. We got Eternal Water here for 88 of them sold for 2,300. We got Eternal Fire, 120 of those for 43, almost 4,400. The Relics of Oldalar actually sold 75, almost 7,600 of those for almost, you know, getting close to 3,000 gold. Let's see, Frostweave Cloth sells really low, but we had 4,180 of them. We actually got 634 gold from that. Some Eternal Water really low here. Only had 6 of them though, 161. Eternal Air, 123 of those for almost 2,000. Another stack of Eternal Water, 20 of them for 492. So we had 2 separate stacks here for the Eternal Water. But yeah, really nice sell on the Eternal Fire here. And yeah, well actually we had 3 stacks of the Eternal Water there, all separated out. But yeah, not bad. Almost 13,000 gold compared to some of our other material sales. 12,833. 883, I mean. So yeah, not bad at 112, almost 113,000 gold. So a little bit less that Thrall has to make for us. So let's go ahead, clean this out, swap over to Thrall, see how they did. All right, guys. So now we're going back through the same rotation. We're starting off with our low value bank tune, but on Thrall, from all the loot that our Horde Druid has actually brought us, and we'll see how well those sales went this week. So, oops, wrong thing. That's the auction house. Mailbox here. So 11 sales, only 13,730. Actually, I mean, it's still over the 1,000 gold per cell average, but only 11 sales. Again, I did miss some days posting, so that could have hurt me a little bit. But yeah, still at least good that we're over that 1,000 gold per average per cell. Let's go ahead and see if we got any standouts. So again, we sold another brutal ballista. So the fact that we even had 2, it probably was just an overinflated item. But this one actually did sell for a little bit more, almost 5,000 gold on this one. Silver Thread Armor, sold one of those for almost 3,000 gold. And then we sold a Plundered Sea Crystal Blade for almost 3,000 gold. Other things are just some really, really low items here. So yeah, not bad for what we sold. Just wish we could have sold a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get that added to our sheet here. 13,730. So far, Proudmoore's actually doing a little bit better than Thrall. They actually did do slightly better than Thrall last week, but you know, still Thrall kept the lead. We'll have to see if they can actually keep the lead with their high value cells coming up next. All right, guys, so now back to our other exciting bank tune. Hopefully we have some exciting sales. Our high value bank tune for Thrall, and really they need to do better than Proudmoore here in order to, you know, beat them this week. Although, like I said, it's not a competition. We're really just trying to get as much gold as possible. But let's see if they can keep that lead. Let's see. So we've got 5 cells, 91,620 gold. So they did beat Proudmoore by about like 20,000 almost. So yeah, it's going to be really neck and neck. It means they're probably still going to keep the lead. Let's see what they sold though. Potion of Petrification, let's see, 14,000 gold. Pauldrons of Toil, 38,000 gold. Actually really nice here. And this again, man, people were buying the stuff from Kata. This is another Kata blue item that was dropping from Blackrock Caverns. That's where we got that from, Blackrock Caverns. 38,000 gold, a lot nicer than the belt that we saw over on Proudmoore. But yeah, pretty nice. Those blues from, you know, Blackrock Caverns. I mean, it was a little while ago, but it wasn't too long ago. since we did that. Man, we got a lot of blues out of there compared to when we did what was it, Stone Core. So yeah, Black Rock Cavern's definitely better, you know, as far as what we got. But yeah, nice sell there. Plans of Thorium Shield Spike here for almost 25,000. Obsidian Greaves for 5,200, and then non-blocks super supremacy sticker. I know I'm butchering that completely. Over 9,000 gold though. That actually came from when we did Pit of Saran. That's when we got that one. So yeah, nothing though from Halls of Lightning, unfortunately, other than those brutal ballistas. But yeah, nice to see these kata items selling. But 91,620 gold. Let's go ahead and add that to our sheet. And as you guys see, I mean, a lot of this stuff is selling later down the road. So that's another thing. Like, as we have these like 4 weeks that we are posting stuff without adding more loot, you know, we'll possibly be seeing some of these other items sell that haven't sold yet, because they usually sell later. But anyway, let's go ahead and clear that out. We have one more bake out before we pull the sheet back up. All right, guys, our last bake out should be similar to Proudmoore, unless we just didn't sell some of the materials on this one. But you know, right now Proudmoore is still, you know, somewhat ahead, but they should take the lead here after we clean this out. Let's see what we got. So 10 sales, 10,867. So actually it is a little bit lower than Proudmoore by about, you know, 2,000 gold. But still, yeah, I think it's going to be enough to push them over Proudmoore. But Eternal Fire sold 55 of those for 1,400. Another Eternal Fire stack of 55 for 1,500. So they went down a little bit. Eternal Water sold for 2,300. The relics of Oldar sold for 7,800 of them for almost 3,000. Eternal Air, 54 of them for only 871 gold. Oh, that's rough compared to the sales of the Fire and Water. Eternal Water sold for 17 of them for 459 gold. Eternal Fire only 2 for 73. Eternal Air, 64 of them for 1,000 gold. Frostleaf Cloth, 4,000 of them for 191, and a Shadow Crystal that we got out of a lockbox for 41 silver. So 10,867 gold. Add that to our sheet. 67. All right, we'll clean that out. Pull up our sheet, you know, our clean out sheet back up. All right, so we made 205,389 gold in transmog alone, which is above what we made in total last week. But that's great. We're over 200,000, and we actually made more than we made last week because we didn't even hit 200,000. We made 23,750 gold in materials alone, which is up from our materials last week, which gives us a grand total of 229,139 gold for the week. So nice to be back over 200,000, and actually that's even higher than the week before last of what we made. Not before the week before that though. That now brings us to a grand total of 13,949,180 gold. We'll have to see what we can make in the next 4 weeks before we start the next series. See if we can, you know, maybe push, because we're right at 14 million. See if we can maybe get at least above 15. That would be pretty sweet. Our goal was only 10 million though, so we made that actually a long time ago, way back right after we cleaned out Alderman up here. So yeah, we've stacked a pretty nice amount of gold even after hitting our goal. So far now, as far as transmog, we've now made 12,921,000, almost 13 million in transmog alone. We've now made 1,027,000 materials, and we're really not going to see any more gold with transmog or with materials while we, you know, go through this, because we won't be adding materials to our sales. So that is the one downside to materials, and that's why I like transmog so much, with it being a slow seller. You can stock it up, you can sell it for a long period of time, whereas once your materials are sold, you have to go back out and farm more in order to make gold off of them. They're gone. So they do sell quickly, but it takes a lot more of them, and they, you know, you sell out and you have to restock. We do still have some of the pets though on our Thrall materials bank too, so I will check those before I make the videos, and if we actually sold some, then because normally I do, of course, I, you know, slightly see, sorry, hit the mic, slightly see you know, our sales throughout the week as I'm cleaning out the mailbox to repost and everything. But I try to not really take and look too far into it because I want to kind of be on the same page you guys are as you're actually watching this. But I will try to pull up that bank haul right before the clean out and see if we actually sold anything, so we can maybe just skip that bank haul when we're doing these clean outs after this one. But anyway, guys, with the review, we have now made 100, or I'm sorry, we made this week, we made 112,922 gold with Proudmore, and then 116,217 gold with Thrall, meaning that Thrall did make about 4,000, almost a little over 3,000 more than Proudmore this week, leaving them in the lead at 7,051,000 gold, and Proudmore at 6,898,000 gold, or 6,898,000. But yeah, we'll have to see if that will continue, if Thrall will continue to hold the lead up until we do start the second part of the 200 run series. And then we will have to see too what's going to happen with the part 2. If you know, Thrall will, you know, start out taking the lead and hold it longer, and then maybe we'll switch over to Thrall like it did this time. But yeah, it's just kind of amazing. It's not much of a lead, but there was one time where I think Proudmore was like even over 1 million gold more than Thrall was. I'm also considering too, with the part 2 series, like having a little section where we can actually view how these sales are going. Like, I won't actually go over the bank hauls and clean them out with you guys, but I will actually clean it out before the video, and then maybe like have like a separate section here so we can see, even though the stuff that's left over, I'm going to transfer it all over to, you know, 2 other realms, and you know, we can kind of see how those sales are going on those other realms. So let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see that, so we can, you know, just kind of go over at the end of these like clean outs for the part 2 series to see how those items are actually selling. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you liked it, like before, if you wouldn't mind, just smash that big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me on this one. I hope to see you all in the next video, and I hope to see you guys live on Twitch sometime. Take care, guys.